How we going, guys? Welcome back. Welcome back. Hopefully it's all started. I would double check, but we are back for another stream. And looks like it has. Perfect. I'll wait for a couple people to get in here, and then we'll start going through things. Or I'll go through things now. So we just finished off the setup last stream. It's looking pretty absurd. I have done some stress testing, and it hasn't failed yet, which is a good sign. What it is doing though is it is still eating all our cells. So I ended up crafting a ton of cells, and we're going to input it into the system. There should be some crafts still paused. Yeah, they're still waiting. But we should have a lot of storage components that are still being made. So we're going to shove some of these guys in. Yo, Nicholas, how are we going? How are we going? We're going to shove some of these guys in, and we're going to put a drawer upgrade on the guy, actually. And hopefully we never have to input these things again. Hopefully. No promises, but there is a lot. We do need more universal housing, so let's craft some of this. Yo, Angry Noodle, how are we going? Shit, we're actually out of stuff. Okay, what I thought about doing today is upgrading our other infra and solving some of our resource issues, because we really can't be running out of stuff like this. Very basic stuff. And we're also going to parallelize some of our assemblers, and we're going to move some more things to that array. So basically more infra again. We may look like we have a lot of infra, but we're still lacking a lot of the basics. So yeah, we're going to go find some universal housings. See if we have any in these chests. We might. We do not. Let's go look. Let's go look. No, I know Soy has some, but I think we are probably good to craft our own stuff now. I did actually upgrade this. Okay, cool. All right, let's start crafting a bunch of these. I know there's a keybind to empty these. I don't know what it is. Can I just press? I can't hold down Q. Whatever. We'll just do this the way we're doing it. Cool. And then we'll just magnet them up like we were doing. I think that's the most efficient way. Like this. And then we'll just insert all these cells in once we crafted them all. So this should be 3 stacks of cells. Hopefully it's enough to saturate everything. I've put in so many cells into the system. I actually just don't know where they're going. Like, I don't know if there's just a hole somewhere or they're traveling somewhere, but yeah, whatever. Yo, Mayus, how we going? And Crazy Gamer, how's everyone going? Everyone's here again. Awesome. Okay, so that's a pretty good amount. Once we get some more universal casings going, which should be good. But we do need to fix our infra first a little bit. And as you can see, some of the stuff already started. So this hasn't broke just yet. And if you're new and you didn't see my stream this morning, this is what we built last time. We ended up fixing the issue of the cell insertion by a completely new method. The one that we tried in the stream yesterday, it works, but we do need to add this toggle bus. And this toggle bus allows it to work. There's a lot of really weird conditions, but we've finally found a way to make it consistent. I've run this across thousands of recipes, so hopefully this is good. But yeah, there's 64 here, so we're parallelizing 64 single blocks at a time once we're at full throughput, obviously. Doing great. You got the ZPM yesterday. Let's go. Let's go. That is fire. We're also going to sort out the mob issue around our base as well. I think that would be some good goals for today. Let's make some more universal housing. And hopefully these things are running. Okay, well, we didn't really have anything else. Boom. And we'll run these through. Maybe some like 138. Yeah, this should be good. First thing we're going to do is we're going to get a crossbow. I did just deposit everything into A2. So like this. And I do want to rework this chem reactor because it's driving me nuts. Like actually driving me nuts. Actually, let's work the megavac first. Oh my goodness. The mega this mega is driving me nuts to set up. Okay. I'll show you guys. We're just gonna take everything out. We're gonna remove this floor because I don't care. It's gonna make it clearer. And we're gonna redo all these hatches and how they work. And this chest. Okay, let's turn this off so nothing starts. And we're gonna take that. Gonna take this, gonna take this, and we're gonna redo all the A2 as well. And we're gonna redo all of this. And this. And this is fine. I think these exports are fine. Yeah. I'm assuming we've got it passive somewhere. I hope so. Cool. And we should have a P2P running that. Okay, that's perfect. Let's neaten it up a little bit and we'll run the cable upwards directly from where the wire is. If we can. We do have this battery buffer in the way. Also, this networking is kind of cooked. Do we need battery buffers here? All right. Let's just fix all of this. 1, 2, 3. We can add the fluids on this side, completely fine. How's the TPS handling all the jank automation? It's not like it's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Like it's playable. It's playable. Honestly, I think it's mainly mobs. Because last time, watch this. Let's see if this is still a thing. $178 imps. Before there was 1,000. So someone's nether tree is still running rampant and just spawning infinite imps somewhere. We have a lot of entities. If you open up Opus, I wish I could show you guys. And why do we have so many hatches? Jeez. Let's reset them all. Can I remove the color? I don't really want the color in them. And 2 outward buses? Okay. The village breeder? Nah, it's not the village breeder. You can't wait for the project to be over? The project is basically over. It's basically over. I have basically finished it. Today we're going to be kind of doing other things, hopefully. But we got to make an EBF, so we need to automate. Oh, why are these different hatches colors? Why do these hatch colors separate from these fluids? Oh my god, it's so cursed. So jank. And let's change these cables up, oh my. Wire cutter. Why do we have... Okay, whatever. We're gonna move these battery buffers. I guess since we have them, we may as well use them. Let me figure out. There we go. We're gonna put it here. Yeah. We're gonna rotate them down there. There. I guess I would hope we have power enough. We have enough power to power this mega EBF directly and not need a buffer. I mean, I guess it's not a bad thing to have it, but yeah. It's just annoying. Okay, cool. And then we'll put all the patterns, I guess we'll put them in here. For now. And then what is happening? How many amperage are we getting this? 4 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 by 6. So we're giving it 48 amps. 32, 48. Okay, that makes sense. I just cut this back so. Question on how do you make the triangles windows? So these triangles, they're actually kind of secret. The tinted glass is kind of indented into the roof tiles. So it's really hard to tell that it's not triangles. But yeah, that's how we did it. You can kind of see. It's kind of just camouflaged in the surrounding. You're gonna try to get into bees, but all the bee tutorial stuff feels too intimidating. Yeah, it's a little bit intimidating. Let's. I can't see anything. Sorry, hang on. Okay, I'm assuming we have to find that. How to start bees? I would start by just trying to breed them. Just have a go. That's how I learned bees. And then if you still need help, go watch a tutorial or something. I do have a tutorial on the most optimal way to breed bees, but it doesn't have any of the beginner stuff, so probably not the best. Is this the mega EBF that blew up? No, no. That would be Flurbans. That would be Flurbans. I never blow up EBFs. Okay, we'll put 2 times cable here. So I'm just rerouting this because it's cooked. Okay, yeah, that's fine. And we'll join this up. Azure and I revamped the lava power setup, roughly 620 KE, but that's pretty good. That's pretty good for, you're an IV now, right? That's pretty good for lava. Damn, let's go. Battery buffer here. Do we really need a battery buffer here? I don't think it's necessary. I guess we'll just run with it. Because there's no point, because we're going to be running the Mega EBF for so long anyway. I don't think a battery buffer is going to do much. All right, let's get some superconductor. Like I'd prefer to have it on mainnet. But so be it. Let's just do it. Let's just run with it. We'll run this up. This has 96 amps, so let's grab these. Let's make them like 8 times 48 amps. That's pretty good. And we'll just run it like this. This can even be 24 amps. That's fine. 4 times superconductor. And then another 4 times, and that should saturate it. Hopefully that's a little bit neater. And we'll do the same thing on this level. We're going to move this up. And we'll need this setup up. Whatever, let's just use these. Why? Are they really using this tech? Or did they unintentionally use this? Might have unintentionally used it, but if you didn't know, you can actually output ingots in an output hatch. Fun fact. And it works on an EBF, so you can output ingots from the top of the EBF. I'd actually, normally you need avoiding mode to make that happen. Do we need input patch? Okay, whatever. Let's move these around. Good morning, Della. How are we going? Our team blew up a clean room, did they? I don't actually know. Okay, for this, what we're going to do is we're going to put an output bus here. Oh, shit. Other way. Going to put output bus here. Input bus here. We're going to use a type filter. If you don't know what a type filter is, it's pretty neat. So maybe we leave a gap. We really don't need an output hatch, so I'm just going to chuck it down here. That's fine. We'll put it here, here, here. Let's remove that. We want the filter, we want to set it to hot ingots. So only hot ingots can go through here. Then we can set a storage bus directly on here. Then what we can do is we can put in, this holds a buffer, right? We can probably just put it directly. No, that's fine. That's fine. We can just put a chest directly above it. Okay, hot ingots. We're going to put this on super high priority on the net. And this should only be insert only. Then on here, we're just going to add an output. We're going to make sure when you use output buses, make sure you hide it from the terminal if you want. You don't have to. It's not like a necessity. It's just nice to do so you don't see it when you pen things. Then we're missing some heat-proof machine casing. I can probably get some of that. And what we're going to do for this is do that. And then for the A2 network, we're going to run it. I wanted to run it up this cable, but it's not amazing. Do I ever sleep? Yes, I do. Don't worry. I've just been streaming a lot because I kind of been addicted to this this setup. I just went bouldering for 5 hours, 6 hours, quite a long time. Oh, okay. Let's put some storage buses on. We're gonna clear these with the colors because we don't really need the colors. I'll show you how I set up my nets. Like the colors are nice, but they're not really a necessity. Now the witch. So they clear colors, you can just put water here. Okay, apparently you can't. There we go. Let's not place the water, it's a bad idea. Let's get some more heat-proof machine casings. What am I building? We're just fixing some info first. We're gonna check this. Nothing is broken. It's really hard to spot if anything's broken. Oh shit. Something is broken. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh no. There was a server restart earlier, so I'm hoping that was the cause. I'm hoping that was the cause. Let's see. I'm hoping it was the server restart because it looks fine. Everything in here looks fine. We'll reset it. We'll reset it. Oh, it looks like this went off and it didn't trigger or something. All right. Okay, I'm gonna hope that was the server restart. Because I like queued like a million items and then the server restarted because I didn't know because I just instantly queued it when I logged on. And I was like, oh, why aren't any of these stuck? I was really surprised. And maybe that was one of them. Is it all working? Yeah, it is. It should be. It should be. We did just see that stuck. That was the first one I've seen stuck ever though. So yeah. Yeah, I've been working on this for a very long time. The design's kind of insane. Okay, diamond chest or barrel. I like barrels more. And we'll get some filters. And we'll bring this up. We're going to put the diamond barrel here. Then we're going to import from that. And we're going to export from this. I don't think these have auto output, if I'm not mistaken, but oh, maybe they do. Maybe they do, and I just don't know. Whatever, it should be fine. We were meant to get the heat-proof machine casings, and we didn't get them, so let's go. I'm hoping it can make it to cover art. That should form the EBF. And now we're just going to want some storage buses, storage bus, storage bus. And we're just going to have a few inputs for the EBF. Sadly, we can't have a universal EBF. I mean, we could, but we don't need one. We don't need one. That's what I was trying to say. Let's get some interfaces. We're going to need quite a few for each. So we'll grab like 32. We'll get some cables. Maybe we'll color them. Maybe I'll color them just for you guys. And we'll get some quartz fibers. And we'll get some dense cable. How many dupes have you found with Bowlock? Lots. Lots. You can dupe any item in the game if you want. You can dupe any item in the game with Bowlock. You know how some mobs can pick up any item, right? Guess what happens when they drop that item when you kill it with Bowlock? Yeah, you found the same dupe? Yeah, it's so cooked. It's so cooked. Damn, Doctor, thank you for the raid. How are we going? Hey, cells and filing cabinets. Oh my god. Nah, I don't dupe. I don't dupe. It's okay. Yeah, it does. It does work. I don't recommend using it though. Do not use it. It's funny, but like, no. Good night, Doctor. What mod adds Burlock is like blades and battle gear or some shit. Something like that. Blades and battle gear 2 or something. I'm just going to add. We're going to have an option for this many interfaces. We probably won't be going through this many. But I know circuit 11 will, so we'll just put all 3 in circuit 11. And then I think this can be circuit 3. Circuit 2. Circuit 1, and then circuit 11 here. Circuit 1, okay, circuit 11's here, so we'll put 2 on circuit 1, and then we're just gonna run dense cables underneath. And she'll be good, I think. And we'll just alternate these cables. And we can add blocking mode if we want. I'm not too fussed. We'll just add a dense cable here. That'll be right. And then we just need to add this to main, which, I mean, we could just do like that. It's fine. And let's get these cables going. Kind of just realized I almost forgot about them. We're going to go like this. I'm going to put 2 times. Holds 12 amps, so way more than enough. Easy investing farm? True. Like, I could use that. And I could use the meta ID shifting and I could have infinite white dwarf meta blocks. That'd be a little bit too cooked. Cool. Lovely. Good morning, Onyx. How we going? I know how to get trans metal in in LV. Trans metal, white dwarf matter, black dwarf matter, unobtainable blocks, all in LV. I'm not going to share it, but it's possible. Okay, this is looking cleaner already. I can also upgrade our solar panels to tier 4 compressed or tier 3 compressed solars. So we could have insane power right now, but I've chosen not to do that. That is a little bit cheesy, a little bit cheesy. I wish it wasn't so cheesy, but whatever. I really wanted to use it. I'm just going to use it for pranks. It's going to give people items that you're just not meant to be able to obtain. I think it's funny. I already done it to Hekiba. I've been trying to catch more people on stream to surprise them, but I haven't been able to. Where's my magnet? I swear I dropped something here. I don't know what it was. I don't see it. I don't see anything. Okay. You saw that when you dropped those off on him? Oh, that was so funny. Oh, the clip is hilarious. Oh my god. I've got it saved somewhere. I put it in metadev, like the dev chat for GTNH. Oh, this is so okay, let's get the quartz knife. I've tried getting data corruption to work with update suppressing, and it just gets cooked because I was able to, with the meta ID shifting, I was able to get the 6-headed pistons. But with GTNH, for some reason, it kills the server. It deletes the level.dat, and I reported it as a bug, so hopefully they fix that. So technically, you could delete the level.dat if you got to LV in any server, if you knew how. Just from a couple combinations of things. Yeah, good luck. Good luck. It's pretty difficult. EBF circuit 3. EBF. I'll probably reveal it after 2.9 releases because it'll be patched by then. I think it is already patched, but I might know other ways to do it, so we'll see. So I think it would make a really funny video. I really wish we could have shifted IDs into Stargate and we could have done like a Stargate and LV video. But sadly, you cannot do that. Sadly, you cannot do that. EVF, that'd be a real speedrun. EVF C11. And then we're going to have to figure out what goes into what. But first, let's add an output that's EVF, and we'll power this with quartz fibers, like so. And we'll also make sure we have cables going into these guys. So maybe we move them down here. We keep them here. It doesn't matter so much. As long as it's connected, I'm happy. We'll bring it down here. Bring it across here. They don't have to be fast. Yeah, the cable's there. You gave up? Yeah, it's best playing normally. It's best playing normally. You definitely don't need that to proceed. All right, cool. This looks good. Now we just have to sort the patterns out and we should be good. And this should be our EBF fine now. I did bring a bunch of power up here, so that should be more than fine. We also have to sort out all these ores and these LCRs right here. Maybe we move them upwards. The current automation doesn't even work. Okay, cool. Let's clear all these. Don't need those anymore. Would those tier skip glitches impact gate speedrun? Yes. Yes, definitely. 100%. Like if you just tier skipping or duping. Tier skipping would heavily impact it. You can skip straight from tier 1 I have Harmony all the way to tier 7. And that saves like 3 days. Alright, let's go up. How much power are we producing? We're producing about... How many amps are in a HV? 6, 4, 128, 2, 6, 5, 12. Shit. We are producing, I think we're producing around half an amp as EPM. I think. Yeah, my bad. Divided by 4. So EV divided by 4, IV divided by 4. OEV divided by 4, ZPM. Yeah, half an amp is ZPM. Or 117 amps of HV. You just watched GTS 3. Oh, I thought it was Escape Room. The one. Oh my god. I cooked that challenge. I cooked that challenge. Oh my god. Yeah, you can tell how I play just from watching that. Alright, Nichrome. I think these can all be... We'll double check, but I think they're all circuit 11. I believe. Alright, you can just place them in there, and if they don't work, then the circuit 1. So we just move them to circuit 1. It's fine. I think those are just different circuits. So let's put these all on circuit 11. Yeah, these look like they would all be circuit 11. And we'll shove these in circuit. I believe this one's circuit 3, gallium arsenide. For the circuit 1. Circuit 2 with oxy. Depends which one we're using. I think we'd be using this one, so it's probably no circuit. Okay, yeah, it's nothing. Okay, we'll put it in circuit 1 then. And we'll put these balls. Where are we putting these balls? Bull. I do plan to make an escape room on this server. So I think that'd be fun. I think I could make a really good escape room. Very cooked one, but really good. We want probably a limit insertion on these. If possible. Just so it doesn't stack more, or doesn't put more than a stack of items in here. We could enable blocking, which is probably fine. And that should be good. We do need an output. We haven't got an output yet. So let's add an output. Let's get a, can we craft ME outputs? I'd be very surprised if we can. Oh, we can. Just needs acceleration cards. I think we'll just stick with a normal output there. It's fine. And we need an interface, and we'll just need some cables. Interface. I do want to start selling AT components, so if we can parallel everything for AT components today, it would be very nice. Most of it is good. It's mainly just the LCR and this EBF just not cooking anything. Always not cooking anything because it's broken. And it should be fixed now, so we're good. Good morning, Websy. How are we going? Is the universal single block contraption going to be made way less relevant when you get access to more of the money blocks, or is it useful for a very long time? I would like to think it's useful. I would like to think that, but no, it will get less relevant, of course. We can upgrade to EV and then IV single blocks if we really want to. But yeah, because we're stuck in the tiers for so long, I thought why not try do it? Something I always wanted to do and see if it's feasible. This technically could be feasible if you just pattern the machine and the non-circuit item. That would mean you just need to craft this module. And you don't need any of this jank. But if you just build this, it's pretty easy. You just send a pattern into here with the cell. And it will craft the thing. And it will return the machine back to your storage, the non-circuit back to your storage. And you can just always start without missing. That would probably be the most feasible way to build this setup if you wanted to build a universal. Because that requires like no info. You would just need these modules. And this isn't that expensive. Definitely still wouldn't use it in a speedrun or anything. Only if you just wanted to try it out, I guess. All right. Let's fix these LCRs and then we'll start parallelizing some assemblers, fluid assemblers. So what is up with this? What the heck is up? What is being cooked here? Should we just leave these alone and take the A out? Because it's like freaking... I just want to remove this whole thing because it's blocking up halfway. Honestly, I think I might. What is this setup? Is this a carbon? Okay. What is this? Superconductor? I'm guessing. Polytetrafluoroethylene in a ME in a multi-sputter. Cool. Okay, what? I'm just trying to work out what is happening here. You need a good way to level up your crossbow. You can make a wither farm like me. I can show you a good way to level up your crossbow. There's some cables burn out down here. I have a feeling they did. I don't know where to, but it looks like they're burnt. You can one-shot them. Like this is a really good farm, right? Look, my crossbow is level 23. Do I have bow luck? I don't have bow luck on me. Whatever. I can't even aim. It's too laggy for me to aim. Bang, 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 bang. 75,000. 75,300. So you get like 300 XP per wither. It's pretty good. Yeah, I like how so many of these get reflected. Okay, let's turn it off. You just have fun that you got to have loot back? Nice. Yeah, it should be pretty easy to level up. You just need to make something like this. I don't know how the leveling works, but this seems to level up pretty quick. I'm already at level 24 now. We have 8 modifiers on this thing. I'm trying to keep adding moss onto these. What level are we? We're level 13. I don't know how to level up bolts much. I don't care about this, no this does. Alright, do we move this? I found a use for the stars. Nether star blocks. That's it. That's all I can think about. What is happening, dude? Alright, fuck it. I think we bow. And we remove these from the center of the base. And we move them up a level. I think it would look nicer without this here. How do you get 100 hearts of damage? So yeah, you stack quartz on the bolts. And then you get these charms which give you 60% damage. They're fairly easy to get. You have to do some HE though. You probably have to search that up yourself. But yeah, you need to kill some mobs, get some runes, craft this pouch. And then get one of the charms, can craft this, and you craft the charms in here. And they're very strong. Very, very strong. And that allows me to one-shot the Wither. I know the side pipe's good, or if you eclipse those. I mean, they're good, but we don't really need pipes anymore because we got A2. Okay, we're going to remove this, and we're going to redo the setup. Goodbye, LCR. I want to clean up the underneath, down whatever's happening down here. You won't be forgotten. And we do not need battery buffers on this. Alright, let's put these in A2. I mean, we'll keep the LCR components. Are you done with the Wither launcher? Not yet, not yet, not yet. I want to fix some infra first. Let's remove this. This is not really needed. We'll move the multi smelter as well. Yeah, there is a lot of mods in this pack. But that's your teenage. It's all about learning. Let's get rid of... Oh, what is this doing, dude? Holy crap. Let's put this in the bulk storage. That's why we have it. Okay, let's go get a storage bus. We should probably transform everything up to EV. I guess we think superconductor doesn't matter so much. Okay. Let's get this storage bus and we'll just recycle this one down there. Oh, this can be bidirectional, that's fine. What is happening here? We can move BM automation. I just want to move all these cables from under here because we need space for our power. It's kind of essential. And we can move this multi-smelter as well, that's fine. Shit. Oh yeah, let's deal with the mobs. We should probably craft something for that. Cool, cool. Yeah, I only just learnt HE this run, so don't feel bad. I was gonna dump everything, it's fine. Yeah, we need to get a monster replicator going. 100%. What am I using for flight? We're using the thermostatic harness. And nano void worker boots. If you're wondering why I'm going so quick. Okay, let's route this slightly different. Yeah, we cannot craft wireless terminals, sadly. So why do we have a cable? Where's this cable going? Okay, it's going up there. Let me re-cable all of the base as well. I mean, we do need some cables, so let's... We could probably combine those cables. Where are they going? 2 cables. Okay. We'll make those thicker. And we'll combine these up. Hopefully nothing power fails. This purple cable does my head in. Sorry, I'm just unleashing all my hatreds. Hate watching stream. Nah, it's just chill. It's chill. I'm chill. Okay, let's get these ones. Let's get this superconductor going. Can I bang this here? We'll keep the cabling. We'll try keep it. We'll keep it on the second row so we can pass the AE cables over the top. And we'll move this purple cable and maybe we can make it more confined. Maybe we could do it on the third row even. We'll do it on the third row. No problem on your armor. Is Goose still rocking from blue bags? Yes, still from blue bags. I would not be able to obtain it. I've already opened all my Grandmaster bags unless I buy it from someone, but I don't think anyone would sell primordial gear and HV. All right, let's look at this. So what am I looking at? Okay, we're gonna redo these cables. Hmm. This is for the main power spline, right? Oh, yeah. I see. I see what's happening. Okay, let's take that off. That's fine to go up. We'll just keep it on this level. And then we can run the A2 cable cleanly above it. Like so. And then we'll connect this guy up. We'll connect this in the same line because these shouldn't use that many amps. Yeah, cool. That's going to be good. Yeah, we've only got 12 amps running on this, so... Cool. We'll shove that upwards. We're going to change this cable. It's really unfortunate that this cable is right here. All right, let's just remove this whole layout. Dang. We can probably remove some of these setups anyway, so it should be okay. Awesome. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So where's this going? Okay, magic net. Fair enough. Let's change the flux out. With some covered cables. I much prefer covered cables. They have less FPS lag and they just look nicer overall. So I highly recommend using those over the normal. They're a little bit more expensive, but it is worth it. Yeah, we're out of rubber, so we can't make any more. But hopefully this should be enough to clean up things a little bit. Wait. Is Goose? Surely we have a magic P2P, right? Surely. Yeah, we got superconduct. Yo, Jogger, how are we going? Jogger? What kind of power are you using for machines? We are using solar. Using solar. We've just centralized our network, so where do my network viz go? There. Let's just check if we're using a P2P for the magic net. I really hope we are. Really? Are we not? Oh my god. Oh. Christ. Christy. Okay. It's okay. I'll fix this. We'll have to put this on the carrier net and then we'll make a connection down here. We'll make one like here, I guess. And we'll put a P2P down like here. And we'll connect this to the carrier net. I'm not replacing all of these glass cables. Fuck that. So let's just do this. Let's not steal channels from everywhere. That would be preferable. I guess we could redo our controller a little bit. Sorry, it might just be networking. It might just be cleaning up today. And we'll grab a dense cable. When did we start this world? We started it a couple months ago. So we've been in this world for quite some time. We are going to be using solar the whole way. So solar in GTH is infamously difficult. So we plan to use it. Because it's extremely expensive, extremely expensive. It's the most expensive power option you can get. I guess you get the shit power options, but solar is one of the shit ones. But we want a challenge, so yeah. Let's remove this. We don't need this layout here. It's kind of just annoying. And in the way. And then we'll add all the memory, all these P2Ps, and we'll just rearrange it slightly. It's better off just having a line as a controller until we get wireless, and then we replace all of these P2Ps with wireless. And then we can do up the controller then. All pretty. Cool. So let's reorganize how this works. We're going to be killing our net. That's completely fine though. Let's get cables of different color. Is there any scaling for solar going forward, or is Ignis compressed as good as it gets? That's as good as it gets. It's literally just going to be that. I might try to convince them to do lighting. We'll see. I hope we can, because I do like lighting power. Let's get some dense cables, and we need some. We need some anchors. And yeah, I guess Dyson. But Dyson is very far. I don't know if we'll get to that. Dun, dun. And I don't expect 3 to come back if someone asked that. So for a main controller, like this is fine for now. You don't need much. You do not need much. So we can just make it 7 wide. We can just make sure we power it. We'll make sure all the sides are connected. And we'll put different colors on. I think this is the maximum distance we can make it. I don't think we can make it 8 wide, but we can try. But this is way more than enough P2Ps to survive for like forever. Okay, no, that's as much as you can do. Like maybe we can keep this one for expansion. And we can just expand on this side. Like we can go like... We can go like this. We can run maybe white ones here. Like so. And we can destroy these. We'll keep that one just in case we want to place some more controllers down for some reason. I don't imagine we will ever need to. We can go like this. And then we can bring these down. Like so forth. And we can just hook them up to here. Like so. And then we can just hook this purple one up or whatever. Purple one's a little bit scuffed, but whatever. Should be more than enough channels. Still cursed. I prefer to build it upwards so it doesn't look like this. Can we fix its cursedness? I don't know. What do you think? How long will you play playing on the server? I think Hekiba wants to go to Stargate, ideally. I don't know, have too many hopes on that. We'll see. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. We would all have to combine bases, and me and Soy would probably have to teach everyone. Well, I guess and 9. I think they're the main experienced people on this server. So we would have to teach everyone. But it's definitely possible. It would just take forever. I feel like a season 2 would start before then. Or some sort of something like that. Let me just try something else. Okay, at least it looks a bit better from this angle. It should be alright. Let's remove the trophy. Cool. Okay, now we can hook up a P2P. There should be a few free, like a lot free now. And we'll just hook up this magic one. And now this magic area should have as many channels as we want. And we don't need to steal from anything, which is good. Perfect. Nothing broken. Cool. We haven't really run much. This, we'll just take a look under here. We'll see if anything's too messy. Everything looks pretty fine. It's looking a lot better already. It is looking better. Let's remove this cabling though here. I don't know what this is, and we'll remove this BM automation. We don't need this yet. This should be in the magic area. We can set that pretty easily. That's fine. We might do BM soon, so if Massiox doesn't come on, we'll just set it up again. Okay, yeah, that's so much better. We do need that cable there. Cool. Let's pick all these up. And yeah, that looks okay. It's a lot cleaner. Cool. Now we're gonna have to work on the LCRs, but I'll clean up the floor a little bit. Let's get some qubits. Season 2. Yeah, potentially. I don't know if we'll do it in GTNH. But there definitely will be a season 2, I reckon. With new people at some point. I don't know when. Obviously, this still has quite a long time left. But yeah. I just don't know like how far we're gonna go. Because GTNH to a point, like it's good early game for SCP style. But when you get to a certain point, it's not as great. Like I would say once you get past maybe UHV, it's not going to be as great. I mean, you can still make it work. Don't get me wrong. But you love Hermitcraft, but you can only do so much vanilla MC. Yeah. Yeah, it gets pretty boring after a while. Like I think if we cycled a different pack every like year or so, I think that'd be cool. It depends on the pack. How many packs are really long? I don't know. GTH is really unique in this aspect where it's actually pretty fitting for a community. There's a lot of technical expertise, a lot of magic. There's a lot of different things you can do. Big Gog would be fun. Yeah, I guess. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, I don't find the interest that much because I've completed GOG twice. Yeah, maybe for others. Like, if the routing changes significantly, then maybe I'll do it again, but... Well, there's something different about it. Okay, let's remove that. Let's clean up the chaos shards. I do want to automate circuits like properly, like actually have proper parallelization. So let's not crafting card them down here. And we'll dump all this stuff into A2net. Cool. Each faction specialize in a specific side progression. One group does beer, one does bees. I mean, once you finish it, then you got nothing else to do. That's the thing. I mean, I could make like a civilization video. That could be funny. Any plans to use PDM for BM meteors? Nah. I'm going to use spatial IO for BM meteors. When does GOG end? Oh, I've completed it twice, so... Stargate is possible. What is the most fun part for you? Of GTNH or Garden of Grind or change specific? I don't have to, I'm not that creative. I don't think I can do it. Or maybe someone can do it. Let me empty all these chests. Oh, we got tons of dense cable in here. What? Jeez. Like, I'll do another GOG challenge at the start. I don't know if I'll do it the whole way because yeah. It's mainly the start that I'm interested in. Because that's the fun part. The fun part is trying to figure out the routing. Like, even if there's any other packs that have a GOGist style challenge, I would love to try them. I don't think there's many that are as jank as GTNH and have Stormcraft, but yeah. I completed nothing in 2.6 and 2.7, so I've completed the 2 prior versions to this, and 2.8 is definitely possible. We were the first people to do it though. You thought GOG wasn't possible in 2.9 due to the SMD recipe change? It's technically possible with loot bags, I believe. Hopefully I do something about that because I don't even like that change normally. It's kind of an ass change. I think, yeah, there was backlash on it, so I wonder if they're going to revert it or not. We'll see. I remember reading about it somewhere in the Discord. I really hope they do change it though, because it's kind of ass. Are these normal cells? They're restricted. Are these just extruder shapes? Okay, let's just put these in here. This is a subnet I have to clean, but I don't know if I can be bothered right now. Two point eight before did make the beginning a little longer. They'll make it EBF being required due to some quest loop being nerfed. Oh, so back to normal. Do you know any tutorials on how to use A2 of GregTech? You've been playing Star Technology, till HV, and honestly, you can't wrap your head around how to make networks do what you want. I know 9 has some tutorials. I haven't watched them. I think Tuj made a tutorials on subnets. So you might be able to look at that if you're looking at subnet specifically. I haven't done any specific guides on A2 at all. I don't know if I plan on it. Maybe in the future, maybe. I don't know. My approach would be very hands-on though. I do believe that you should just chuck yourself on the deep end. Like even convert your world to creative, whatever, and just try automating whatever you want. But yeah, subnets basically are, they're just kind of a lot of little networks that kind of interact with each other. It's like a network of networks, if you get what I mean. I can kind of explain a little bit what I mean by that. Okay, like, dude, there's like some of this that's like Australian British spelling with the S instead of the Z, and then some that's not. I don't know what to do sometimes. Like vortex attenuators or stabilizers, stabilizer. Like these are spelled with Z's. And then you've got stabilizers that are spelled with S's like this. So sometimes I don't know what to search. But yeah. Okay, so I don't know if Star Technology, the Star Technology have this tool, the network visualization tool. It's really, really handy. And it's, in my opinion, one of the best tools to make people understand subnets. Because you can just clearly see where everything is going, right? So like you could take this really complicated setup that I have going, right? And you can simplify it very, very easily. So I have a lot of subnets in here, like a lot. But there's kind of three main ones. There's three main ones. Oh, I guess there's more than that. So how do I explain this? I mean, I could take the classic example of this subnet here, right? I don't know if you know what a carrier net is, but you can use a controller with P2Ps and another subnet to carry around all the P2Ps around your base. So basically, you're using the channels from this network here, which has this controller, to use these P2Ps, and these P2Ps are looking at this controller. And you're using this network to carry around these P2Ps to distribute this network. So it's called a carrier net for a reason. It's to distribute these channels around. But in order to distribute these channels, you're not actually using channels from this net. You're using these channels. So you can see there's two different nets. So you see this is carrying all these P2Ps around the base. And then when you right click the ME controller, you can see that's where the actual main net is. And these P2Ps are linking the main net everywhere. I was going to do this example, but it's kind of complicated. You can see I've got a lot of tiny subnets in here that kind of control different things. Control a lot of different things. So the input is here. This starts inputting. I've got this toggle bus that activates when this comparator goes off and this RS/flicks. So it makes this subnet its own thing. And then this subnet is its own thing. It distributes the cell inside this net, goes to the formation plane, goes to storage bus, goes to the fluid storage bus, goes to the packet decoder, and then the packet decoder puts the fluid back into the subnet. And then you got this tiny subnet, which controls the annihilation plane, and it's activated after this toggle bus. And we got this tiny subnet, which is just receiving power. And once this toggle bus activates, it activates the power into this. And then we got this subnet, which is the output subnet, where all the outputs go into here and they get collected into here. And then it's kind of a source of cell distribution. I don't know how to explain that simply, but yeah, it's just a million different subnets working with each other. Literally everything here is a different subnet, as you can see. And I'm just moving cells between subnets, between filters, between lots of different things. Do you plan on making a video for the automated universal single blocks? Yes, I do. I will eventually. I'll put this in the perspective of, yeah. You have no idea about anything about Greg Tech, so I'm going to explain the entire thing and I'll explain why it's so difficult. That's going to be the thing. I don't think I'll make an actual tutorial on how to do it, but I'll outline the underlying principles. Okay. Let's get this LCR up. Let's get this LCR up. I think we cleaned the base well enough. What do we have? Methane. We get a barrel of barrels. Barrel of barrels. This takes a pickaxe for some reason. Yeah, the best way is just to throw yourself on the deep end, like anything, basically anything. You just throw yourself on the deep end and you'll learn the fastest that way. That's how I did it. I didn't really watch anything. I don't think tutorials really helped me. I didn't watch any lectures. I'm a bit different because I didn't watch any lectures in uni either. I kind of just threw myself into projects and figured out everything. I mean, that's a bad thing and a good thing, but another story. It's fine. I might go grab myself some water. It's pretty hot in my room, but we're going to get this large chemical reactor going. Let's get some copper nickel coils. PTFE. Polytetrafluoride. Okay, we need some, what are chemically inert casings, I believe. We need some HV energy hatches. We'll use those. That should be fine. We can't actually do any fluid recipes. We can. We can pattern fluids. That's fine. It's not an issue. We can pattern fluids. We will use 2 just for throughput reasons. And we get input bus. input hatch, screwdriver, and we'll get a maintenance hatch. GOG is Garden of Grinds. Yeah, it's basically you start with nothing. And you try to complete it. I was working on a video for that ages ago for the 2.6 run that I did. But I never got around to completing it. And I think I just lost it all. So, oh well. It was actually kind of fire. Even for me. Okay, we'll do some, I guess we'll do some automation up here. It's fine. We do have channels here, so why not? And we've got power. Bang. Let's grab that. I'm trying to think what the most optimal way to build this is. And let me run the cables along the back. I think that's the best way. The setup is a bit too complex for A2 101 intro class. Yeah, a little bit. Most people do not Greg. We do not Greg use it like a singular A2 net. Yeah, I think so. And infinite channels, and it invokes bad practices. Don't get me started about it. Okay, let's move these along. This will take 8 amps. We're gonna have to upgrade this cable. We might not have to, but I think we'll parallel these LCRs. Should be right. We might need some more of these. We might actually use the shopping district. No, we'll just spam casings. We can just spam casings, that's chill. Awesome. The main thing we're going to do is we're going to put an input bus here. Output bus here. And then I guess we'll just do this for now. I just want those quartz recipes to be done. It's the main thing I want. And then we can adjust for whatever else we need. But for now, I just want an input bus and an output bus, and it's all dandy. We'll get our ones. We'll get the maintenance circuits. Should be all ready to go. We'll grab an interface. Is anyone going to be joining Soy's team? Not that I know of. I really wish Tooge came back, and I've been trying to get him back. I've been asking. But we'll see. I don't think so. I don't think he'll come back. I think Tooge is just a bit demotivated from New Horizons. So it's trying other packs, which is fair enough. Bang. All right. That should be good. Now we can actually pattern things. We are going to have an output. So none of these are outputs, right? And we're going to do that for rubber. That's the main thing we need it for. So what we're going to do is we're going to have an output here. We're going to output this into a fluid solidifier. And we're going to fluid solidify a rubber. Plates. Mold. So we'll get rubber going. Put a quantum bridge between bases and absorb soy into your own team? We could, but then we have 4 people in our team. That would suck. That would suck. I don't want too many people in our team. But I would love to play a soy. Maybe I move the soy team? No. I think me and soy get along pretty well. We definitely have certain similar design philosophies. Or philosophies on how we play. Let's move this a little bit. Let's move it like this. We'll add this here. Hopefully the raw rubber works. And we'll get another interface. What do I have on the maintenance stuff? Let me show you in a sec. I have charge buffer, viz channel, and shadow metal attuned to amber stuff. So I've just got the what do you call it? The augments, and it's just an amber, normal amber stuff. It's pretty cheap to craft. You just need a primordial pearl. 2 primordial pearls actually, but everything else is pretty free. What have we sold? The cost? Okay, you can enchant the foci. I mean, this basically insta repairs. It's basically already back. But you can enchant the foci. I don't know if I've actually enchanted it yet. Let's check. I think I did. Oh, let me. I haven't even enchanted. Let's enchant it. You can enchant these foci with frugal, and it reduces it by a lot per level. And like, look, okay. Once we pull this down, it will reduce it by 50%. Should have done this a long time ago. I couldn't be asked. It's not like I maintain a lot of things. Our node is so big as it doesn't matter. Make it overpriced. I think everyone's already got their own thing going for Viz. I think they want to try to do on progression by themselves. I didn't decrease the Viz cost that much. How much per cast? Oh, let me equip it. Yeah, it's 10% Viz cost now, look. And it's 2.5 Viz per cast. So we could do like freaking infinite maintenances now. So that's how you reduce it. Like, look, watch. See, look how many maintenance we can do. And now we run out. And then they will just slightly regen. I hope it does. There we go. I think it regens 1 every 5 seconds. So, what, every 10, 12 seconds you can repair maintenance, I guess? Yeah, you can only get 1 augment once. But both of the augments do stack. Charge buffer and Viz channel. Okay, let's move that status quartz. This pattern. Okay, we've got nothing crafting currently. Assemblers, let's parallel those. I think I made too many fluid extractors for this. But here we are. Oh yeah, we're gonna move this. Charged soda's dust. That's the most useless array. Like, I do want to add some of these to the thing. The discount is capped at 10% minimum cost. Yeah, that's the maximum you can get. Yep. Exactly. No more ads, oh my. Okay, we're actually going to do 8. I think 8's enough paralleled in HV. I've decided that right now. And I'm trying to think. Because some of these are kind of useless now. Like refined glue, that's kind of useful. I mean, they shouldn't have... Oh, fuck. They haven't been moved yet. This is why everything's so slow. Okay, let's start off by moving all these assembler recipes into our other assembler. There's so much. And we need to work out what needs fluids and what doesn't. Because we can't currently do fluids with our setup. So let's grab these. Let's grab some interfaces. Blocking cards. And we get some cables. Okay, so this assembler is going to have quite a lot, especially this assembler 0. So I'd imagine the conveyor modules are all circuit 0. Let me check. Yeah, so all of these modules, I think the pumps, I think everything is circuit 0, if I remember correctly. Yeah. So pumps, these need to be multiplied. So we will do that. Let's make an interface for them specifically. Like I said, we can't actually make pattern expansion cards, so we're kind of stuck spamming interfaces, which kind of sucks. But with the setup, it makes it very, very easy. So we're going to add all of these in, all of those in. And then we'll just parallel these to like 8 each. And these look like they're not encoded correctly. And they are the molecular assembler variant of the recipe, so we will remove those from existence and we'll repattern them and when needed. Oh yeah, we didn't get these ones. Let's get those ones. Shit. We'll check the emitter is actually on circuit 0. Yeah, cool. Can I do fluid cell crafting like how Soy is doing it? I can, but not with this array. Not with this array. It's gotta be really painful. I was thinking about it. I could replace these discretizers with normal things and do fluid crafting, but not in this array. Yo, Jims, thanks for the raid. How are we going? Yes, decoders, but we can't actually use them because we don't have discretizers, so we can't make fluid packets. So they're useless. All right, let's figure out what else we can add to this. Storage bus. I think these might have circuit 2. Not nothing. Interface, I should probably check that. Interface. Oh, that's circuit 3. Never mind. We need that. Why can't we make discretizers? Because they're EV and we're currently locked to HV. So we're hard gated. That's kind of the whole point. I've just made this for fun. Storage bus should be there, I believe. Conveyor. Hopefully it's made right. 16 of each is fair enough. This chest actually doesn't need a circuit, does it? The 2 planks one? No, we're good. Let's add it to here. This base is HV. As you can see, I've got a full universal setup going. 64 single blocks parallel that can run any recipe in the game, or at least HV. Yeah, so we can't actually do fluid crafting. I mean, I could replace this with like tanks and have a fluid exporter here, and it would work. But I don't really want to replace it again once we move to EV, and I think we're moving to EV soon, hopefully. I don't know when. But I've also got a setup here at the clean room that I do need to fix, actually, now that I think about it. I need to add a few things to this. It shouldn't be too hard to fix. It should be really easy to fix, actually. I just need to add some toggle buses. What does the packet decoder do in this context? So, right, when you pattern items, I do have a fluid pattern. So you can pattern items with fluids, right? And when you send them through a normal interface, those fluids become packets. And that's really advantageous because we can store both fluids and items in the same cell, which is really beneficial for universal setups, right? It means that we can detect fluids as items in a cell, so we know when to send off the cells with the non-consumable. And it also means that we can divvy up the fluids very easily across all these modules, so we can parallel them very easily. And what you can do is you can send it, once you get the cell in this IO port, you can instantly send the packet into this packet decoder, and it will turn it into a normal fluid. And then once that happens, it will go straight into the multi-block or the single block, and it will work the exact same. So that's why it's so good. The current way that we would have to do is we would have to encode cells and fluids. So we'd need like a fluid extractor into a tank, into a cell, and then you would packet the cell with the encoded recipe. And then in here, instead of having this discretizer or this decoder, you would need to have just an ordinary tank and a pump into an interface or a fluid output thing to make this work. And then you would need to extract these cells back into mainnet. And then, yeah, it's kind of annoying. Each one of these represents a different machine. So I've got them all packaged here. I've got extruders. I've got laser engravers. There should be more than that. Yeah, there is. I've got assembling machines, forming press, mixers, bending machines, wire mills, lathes, and then I'm yet to add the rest, which I will probably add at some point. Will that change with 2.9 adding native fluid support? Yes, it will. You won't need a discretizer, so you'll be able to do the fluid version in HV if you make the fluid pattern encoding terminal, because this thing doesn't require any fluid processing units like the normal fluid terminal. So this will be fully possible to do. Yeah, I can show you it working. Let me run. It changes machine. It has every single machine. Let me run some gold plates. I've got a mob on me currently. Hello, zombie. Let me change some rods. It was quite a big design effort. What else can we do? We can do mixing. I haven't done any mixing recipes. I don't know what mixing recipes we have. What else can we do? Bolts. Now we want to use something that has a unique machine like that. And you'll see they all start lighting up and all these machines start processing and they'll slowly start filling up. We currently got the cells cycling once every 0.5 seconds. So that's how fast our loader is currently. And you'll see all these machines are processing unique items. Like you got this one doing rods. This one also doing rods. Let me find the one that's not doing rods. This one doing plates. This one doing lathe. So you've got basically all the machines and they will slowly start filling up. Might not have enough cells. Please fill. Okay, now everything is utilized. This is all 64 single blocks being utilized at the same time. And then they automatically break once they're done. And then they'll replace again. And it's pretty satisfying watching it work. How do I know when it's done? I've got an activity processor, activity detector processor on the bottom side of each cover of each machine. So this is detecting when it's off, it's going into a state cell. When it's been off for some time, the state cell will note and it will toggle this RS latch, toggle the pulse former, and it will go into the annihilation plane and break it. And then I've got a comparator output on this IO port to initially trigger this RS latch and stop the further input of the cell. So it's conceptually really simple, but you don't understand the pain it took coming up with this initial design. Like the amount of A2 and Project Reg bugs there are is absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. It gave me the biggest headache for a week, and we only figured it out this morning. So I've ended up building it. And this was the easy part for me. I'm really happy with how this turned out. It's using pure IO ports and cell restrictions. And it's really, really good for distributing cells around this. Like we've got this input here. I'm kind of ensuring only one cell gets extracted at a time because I found another bug with export buses where sometimes if you have a cell replacing it at the exact same tick as it extracts it, I think it extracts both into this IO port and it cooks it. So we found a lot of bugs I'm gonna have to report, but I think I've handled all scenarios almost. I have seen one broken, but I wasn't sure if it's from a server restart or not. TPS isn't looking good in the server, so that could also cause it. I am not. We're not moving to a PDM. That would kind of just ruin the fun of the community thing. But yeah, it's pretty peak. Pretty peak. But that's that working. Honestly, this isn't too bad. I've lag regulated it by not having them all turn on at the same time. So they can only ever turn on once every 1 second. With pattern sizing, it should be fine. Endgame setups that use these setups kind of all the time, or at least the ones that I make, like mag matter, stuff like that. I do like using IO ports a lot. There are worse things for the server than this. I mean, this isn't too bad to build. It was just kind of annoying without matter minute. So everything is placed by hand. But honestly, I try to design it so simple that it is easily repeatable. Moving over here to Yavin Ours because this seems absurdist. And then some. Yeah, I remember Project Red does not work. It's not good. You could condense this with the IC chips, the fab chips, by one block. But I do like seeing the redstone, and I like seeing these lights light up. I like seeing the lights light up. It's very satisfying. Like I've fully, like this is fully optimized with IO ports. It is literally using pure AE2. There's nothing other than pure AE2 and some Project Red. Like I think this is as optimized as you can get it. And it's as fast as you can get it because all the things cycle in a couple ticks. So the goal for the system was obviously universal single blocks. They haven't properly been done to a reliable level currently. I believe had some concept designs that she did showcase in a video that she made on super parallelization. I think it's like an hour and 20 minutes long. I was friends with her. I did a run with her. But so yeah, she's taught me a lot about how to use IO ports and stuff. So my perspective on A2 has changed a lot from her. She operated hers on a global timer and it was a lot less dense, I would say. And it's a lot more timing dependent. This is specifically based on the single block output, like purely single block output, and purely a completely different methodology for the universal setup, which I think is better. And as you can see, I hope nothing broke. I don't see anything broken, so it looks good. Like I tested this off a couple thousand recipes because I only built this morning and I was out all day. So far I've only seen it break once, but that was during a server restart and I just had to flick a Project Red thing. Which is good, because you don't really want to be constantly fixing a setup like this. But I've tried to make everything as clear as possible. I've got some improvements still. I do need to up this subnet. I made them a bit too close because I didn't realize the output subnet was going to be this large. Some of these are unlinked though, so we can probably clean it up a little bit. Are the IC chips less TPS intensive? I don't know. I haven't exactly used them. I think they just make it the resin a bit more condensed. It could be. It probably could be because it's only one component rather than multiple. But I don't think redstone components are laggy to a server TPS wise unless they're constantly updating. Maybe Tangerine, how we going? Oh yeah. You breaking them because you can't take it. Sorry. I should explain the fundamentals. Right. So yeah, you can't extract from a single block machine. Like, I mean, okay, well this doesn't have a circuit. I've made this work with machines that don't have circuits as well. I think the lathes, because they take like ages to make. So I've got them in the array as well at the same time. It is a slightly different loader setup, but it works. And we're gonna add macerators. We're gonna add a few other things. Once we get fluids, we'll add everything probably, and we'll upgrade it to EV machines. I keep getting scared that I see something breaking because I'm so like, I was so sick of things breaking before. I don't know how to show you, but yeah, you can't extract like non-consumables from a single block. Like you can put things in here, but there's no way to automatically take them out without breaking the machine. That's the only way. But with this setup, it also allows us to parallel them really easily. And it also allows us to multi-thread different machines at the same time based on what you need. And it reduces the space requirement a little bit. Oh, I wouldn't say it reduces the space requirement because this is like a 3x2x6 footprint for each single block. But yeah, I would say it's fairly compact for what it does. The output system be data change subnets that poop out. Kinda. I think my setup right now is most optimal for that. You literally have one dense cable running through the back. You don't really want to nest networks that much, especially when you're transferring items. You want to keep your network simple, small, and easy to understand, or you're going to just fuck up. Especially when you're building a setup like this, you want things to be simple as possible. I think that's my main gripe with that. Yeah, I was thinking about using a vanilla dropper as a cell shuffler as well. It's kind of smart. Because, yeah, that's kind of smart. Because that would allow me to transition through the slow and fast recipes, but it'll be RNG based. So on average, I think it would... how would it work? So let's say you were shuffling cells, or you had it going... I think we've got enough parallels to saturate everything. I think it's not really required. Yeah. I think for most crafts, nothing will get stuck just because of the sheer volume of things we have. So there will always be... Oh my god, I'm getting scared when I see a red and then I see a machine above it. I get scared. Like I thought this was turned off. Okay, I'm gonna stop looking at this. I'm too worried something's gonna break. I'm too worried something's gonna break. I really want this to be consistent. But it is looking like it so far. All right, let's keep adding. Let's keep adding things. That was a bit of a tangent. We need circuit 3. Assembler 3. But nothing in circuit 3. Export bus. You have to ask, are universals more FPS efficient than just building copies of each machine? No, copies of each machine are always probably going to be better. I wouldn't even say universals are more lag efficient, even though you're putting less hatches on. In the speedrun, we used a toggle bus universal for majority of the run. And once we cleared it at the end of the run, we saved 10 MSPT, like altogether on it. I'm not sure why that was. Maybe it's just toggle bus universals in general, because toggle buses are laggy, which is why this could be laggy. Honestly, the subnets are small enough. I think it's fine. It's literally one block subnet with toggle bus. What does this need? Nothing. What does this need? Aluminium. But yeah, universals in general are a pretty interesting concept. And I don't think you can really... Is there universals in any other pack? Like, is it worth it? I remember in Older Mods 9, I tried making a universal. But it was so ass. Like, because there's no proper support for them. And there's no reason to, because don't they have the shape-shifting cards anymore now? The NC cards that like... that shift... that shift the number? Or something crazy. Steel machine casing. They were thinking about adding that to GTH, but everyone was against that. Really, why does this machine casing need circuit 1? Interesting. This needs circuit 3, I know that. Insulated redstone conduit. That needs nothing. We'll put it in here. And universal housing, what does that need? Okay, everything looks good. It's all off. Except that one. It's all off. Oh my god, nothing broke, guys. Nothing broke across all of that. Oh, we got one more. One more is processing. No, it broke. Fuck. This is what I mean. I don't know how to fix this. This is the issue I've been coming across for so long. Fuck, no. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but... Like, I think this is due to TPS specs. Our TPS is dipping below 20. And I think it's messing up the order of some of the redstone stuff. I tried to resolve it. Yeah, it's dipping under 20 quite a lot. I tried to resolve it by adding this toggle bus to all of the setups. Like, it doesn't need this toggle bus, but I added it. Shit. I mean, it's easy to reset, but it's kind of annoying that that happens. We might have to do some TPS improvements to the server. It should definitely be chunk loaded. Yeah. Okay, this didn't. The TPS, the MSPT was already at 60 average before I built this. Yeah, it imported 2 cells at the same time. This is the bug I was talking about. But I think it's TPS related now. It's only meant to eject one. Like, there is a robust way to do that. Like, guaranteed every time with item importers. But it takes up so much more space, and this is so much more elegant. So I'm going to stick with this for now. I mean, that failed one recipe in, like, quite a lot of requests, so that's the first time that's happened. That's why I'm scared to look at it. So I'm scared to look at the setup. I'm scared that's going to happen. But we might just have to live with it. We might just have to live with it. I don't think there's really any way we can limit that. I think we've probably minimized it to the best we can for a setup like this. Like, there's definitely a way to 100% guarantee 100% effectiveness, I guess. But yeah, I think this setup is simple enough to negate not having to do that. It's like being scared of the doctors because he can tell you're sick. Yeah. Alright, I might have to dip soon because I work tomorrow, but we'll try finish deleting these things. It's kind of a chill stream. We can remove all of these, I believe, because we're processing them in our new thing. Let me take the glue out and that soldering alloy, and then I might coal it. It wasn't a long stream, but I'm kind of cooked. I need sleep. I'm so tired from today. My hands are so dead from rock climbing or bouldering. All right, let's get these. Cool. So what I tried to do, right? This is why I have this timer here. So I've only ever got one cell at a time being exposed to this entire network. So for some reason, the export bus started ramping up. 82 is a mechanic where the components ramp up over time, and they can start pulling out more than one item at a time, which is really weird. Which is the whole reason why I added this toggle bus here to stop and recalc the thing. And it somehow got through that, and I don't know how. I could slow down this timer, but I don't think it's going to fix it. But yeah, that's the whole reason for this kind of weird mechanic that I got here. I could do it, yeah, once per second. I've got it every 0.5 seconds. What grade do I climb? I'm not that amazing. I just started like a couple months ago. I've done, my best is V6, but I'm like, I'm very beginner still. I'm very beginner still. My friends are cracked though. So they've taught me pretty well. Yeah, I think it's the server skipping stuff. I wish I could port this to single player. I don't want to rebuild this to single player. I really don't. I mean, this shouldn't export more than one. I mean, we can, I guess we can use a tiny chest. It's fine. Or we can use a donation station. My favorite block in the game. Can you copy a section of Word Edit? Project Red does not like Word Edit. Okay, let's try craft some more things. And yeah, I don't want to use Schematica. I never want to use that mod. I'm not a fan. I've never been a fan. Rod. I could probably just Word Edit a setup. This looks like it's working. I've never ever been a fan of Schematica. Yeah, we've got one pig back. Yeah, I think V6, V5s. I try to do V5s, V6s. Always. I just like dinos, to be honest. I'm pretty tall, so I can cheese a lot of the dinos. And static some things that I shouldn't be staticking. So it's kind of funny. Let's. Oh, why are all these rods in here? Seems like everything's working. Yeah, like I would say it works like 99% of the time because we have 64 in parallel, right? It works more than 99% of the time. I should do some actual rate testing for how many times it fails. The biggest problem with GTH is no way to really copy builds early on. Yeah, not particularly. It's kind of annoying, but with Metamanip, it makes it so strong late game, like incredibly strong. You just design all your setups like that. Open computers, I could, but that's a bit of effort. And I really don't want to learn Lua, to be honest. Like none of these broke. It looks fine. I can't be asked. There's no space at all. I kind of built this way too close to the wall, so it's literally 2 blocks, oh, it's 3 blocks thick. I mean, there is space here, I guess, but there's not really much space to hook up a machine, like something to here. I mean, I can code, but I just can't be asked. I know how to code. I literally code for work. Literally an engineer. All right, let's destroy these. We don't need any of these. Yeah, I think it fails on TPS. Sad. It's alright. I'll still make a video on it. I think it's a good design. It did take ages to come up with. A week. Oh, it took a week to come up with. 2 weekends and today. 2 weekends and a public holiday. That one needs Oxy. We can get rid of the lathes. We'll parallel the other things tomorrow, hopefully, and we'll add the things tomorrow. I do want to start working on videos though, so maybe I'll work on those instead of streaming. I've pretty much got most of the Bowluck script written up, so it shouldn't be too hard to get that out. I hear a power fail sound. Let me turn it up real quick. Where was that? Where was that? What are we even using still? I'm not crafting anything. It's just fun. It's just fun. It's just fun. I don't recommend building this, guys. Don't copy it. Don't copy it. I mean, you can if you want, but you'll have to go through like 8 streams of me designing it. 8, 9 streams or something like that. I had a lot of streams, but I'm happy with how it turned out. I'm happy with how it turned out. Like, you should have no reason to set this up in. Like, okay, in a world, it could be useful. It could be useful, right? It could be useful if you didn't have to build this. This costs a lot. This costs a lot. It costs 2 IO ports per NC. It costs like thousands of cells, like thousands of cells. It costs tons of cables, tons of interfaces, or whatever. But what you could do instead is you could just have these modules. These modules are cheap. They're pretty cheap. 1 IO port per 1 machine module and a couple resin components. And what you can do is you can pattern the non-consumable at the machine directly into a cell swapper, and you can just use a conduit to swap them. And there's a setting in AE2 that allows you to start with missing craft, and that will guarantee you the correct pattern size every time for this setup. And once the machine and the non-consumable is returned to AE2, it will instantly send out a new recipe. So you could do it like this, and you could use a couple of these modules, and you can pattern like that. But you do have to remember that when you switch to multi-blocks, you'll be changing all these patterns later, which is really annoying, but that way it does work. So if you want a really simplified version, you could do it like that. Nine is in another team, yeah. So now it's just question and answer stream. Not even doing anything. I did clean up the base a bit, I think. I satisfyingly cleaned up the base a bit, so we don't have all this rubbish in front of here. And I moved the LCS up there, and I fixed the mega EBF finally of the freaking cable mess. I mean, it's still a cable mess, but it's not as bad anymore. We're meant to get repilators. Maybe we can get that real quick while I talk. Let's get some repilators. This is probably something we should have in a base. Let's pattern them. Shit. Let's not pattern them because a molecular assembler can't handle these recipes because we don't have a molecular assembler. But let's queue the emitters. Let's queue like 12 ender eyes. We don't have ender eyes? Interesting. Well, that's something we can craft. Quartz knife. And we'll just shove that. Yeah, in that. Check that's not the output. Yep, cool. Yeah, I saw that. My character hand was reflecting. I'm not sure why. I think it's trying to reflect with the lights. Hang on, let's go here again. It is reflecting with light. Like for some reason, it's really shiny. My character's hand, and I can look. Wait, if I go here, it's reflecting with the setup. That's funny. That's so whack. Wait, hang on. How is it reflecting? That's interesting. Start with missing. So you've got the setting here. You can click this and you can ignore missing craft mode. So you can ignore all the machines that you miss when you're queuing an item. It's annoying, but it works. It works. It's kind of a cheesy way to get around it. No blaze rods. Okay, let's just make 12 then. Sorry guys, I got forced to change my settings to that. Really? No blaze rods either. Let's macerate that. I was meant to move these all to the array. We'll do it later. It's fine. We're not in a rush. We're not in a rush. I don't think HV is going to end like incredibly soon. I hope it does. I hope we can go to EV. It would be nice. But I think Soy is away for 2 weeks. So we might have to wait for that. We might have to wait for him. Because it'd be nice if we could have soy for it. Well, hopefully it's craft. Dun, 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 dun. Epic. Okay. It looks like these are on. I do like being able to see what's on through a window. Kind of tempted to remove this whole thing. Kind of removing Goose's build. You know Goose, yeah. Goose is going to tell me to move this 2 blocks because it's obstructing the door. That's what Goose is going to tell. I bet you. Actually, yeah, we should have a million blazes. I just realized. We should have like a drawer, like a super chest of blaze rods here. We just don't, yeah. We have super chests of random stuff everywhere. Like I could kill 1 blaze and get like 50,000 blaze rods. The ender eyes are stuck. Did I turn the machines on? No. Nice. Yeah, I'm going to remove the walkway. Oh, shit. Well, I know why it's power failing. But was it enough for these to craft? Okay, okay. We need better cables, I think. I think it's better cables. Let's get some superconductor and we'll make them bigger. Fun fact, guys, I'm going to be including this in my next tips and tricks video. Oh yeah, that's the next video I'm going to make, I think. Tips and tricks. You can left click these and replace the wire. I've already showcased this off before, but you don't have to mind them. Boom. And hopefully that should be good. Maybe. Why the frick are these power failing? Do we just not have EU on our net? Are we out of EU? Is that what's happening? I'm really confused right now. There's definitely no other energy hatches on here. Power loss. What the frick? How much power is this using? I think I avoided the other recipes, but interesting, interesting. I wonder if it's routing weirdly. GT has a really weird cable routing thing. I should make a video on that as well. It's truly absurd how it routes. It routes directionally, so you could have, let's say you have an array here, and you could be supplying power right here to the cable. It could try to power this machine first instead of the closest one. So you would be power failing this machine and this machine at the same time. Absolutely cursed. There's like some specific cases where you could get cooked, depending on where you position your machines. But the obvious solution is just adding more. So, okay, let's just make one. Let's just make one of these, and then I'll be happy, and then we can find someone to raid. Oh, I was trying to craft 16. I don't think I have an extra hatch. Well, maybe I'll just go to bed. I'll do it later. I don't think anyone else is going to play it. I'm tired. I need something to eat. I mean, I've already eaten, but I need something else to eat. Maybe I'll continue stress testing this, see if that donation station works. And maybe I can start making like an Excel or something and recording every time there's a fail. So far, there's been one across thousands of recipes, so it seems fine. All right. let's see if we can raid anyone. Good night, guys. I hope you learned something new today. Let's see if anyone's streaming GTA. Not many people do stream around this time, so we'll see. No one's streaming. No one's streaming Singularity, obviously. I feel so lonely streaming Singularity every night. And no one. It's okay. Nefa, who's this guy? Or Chachava. Let's raid this guy. 7.2k followers, damn. Alright. I've never seen this guy before. There's always someone new I just never seen before streaming. I guess I don't look at the Twitch thing too often. Anyways, thank you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Cheers. Good night.